Okay, guys, so in this video, we're going to talk about Roku. So I have a full disclosure for you guys. Roku is actually my largest position in my entire portfolio. So you guys can check out my portfolio by clicking the link in the description box for more information. And why I like Roku stocks so much is because I have fallen in love with streaming stocks in general. The biggest two, of course, Roku and Netflix. So if you guys didn't see kind of my past video I posted about Netflix, I talked about how the growth had been phenomenal due to the whole coronavirus pandemic, simply because lots and lots of people are staying at home and with not much else to do, turning on Netflix was really good. So be sure to check out the video description for more information on Netflix. But in this video, we're going to talk about Roku. So Roku gave an estimated Q1 results. So they actually posted this. Okay, so on April 13th, they kind of gave an estimated results. And this kind of did really good wonders for the stock price. So this was posted on April 13th, and then I can show you guys basically when this was posted, right around here. Okay, so when they basically posted this information right around April 13th, the stock shot up from $94 to a peak of around 113, so we settled back in around at 120. But we're still basically sitting here on some support, and I think that the earnings is going to be very good and positive simply because there's not much else to do. People are using their Roku more than ever now. So as we go, guys, I'm going to show you, read you exactly what they said. They said they estimated 39.8 million active accounts. That's a net increase of 3 million accounts since the last quarter, and they expect first quarter streaming hours to be 13.2 billion, a 49% year over year increase. So they actually rolled out a new feature called Are You Still Watching, which kind of pauses the playback after long periods of user inactivity. So that should affect their streaming growth as well, but they're definitely going to see a massive boost and new accounts and increased viewership because of the whole basically quarantine effect. So as you can see here, they posted some of their numbers here. The company is still, has net income losses and earnings per share losses, of course, because I think it's in a very high growth period. 30 million, 39 million accounts isn't a ton of accounts. We would like to see Roku perhaps hit 100 million accounts or better, and that's really what we're looking at here. We're looking for robust growth because streaming is, it's still relatively new, and a lot of people still have their cable subscription. So basically, they said, while we believe that our offerings to consumers and content providers and advertisers enable our company to deliver value in uncertain times, the wider business and consumer impacts, as well as the duration of the pandemic, are unclear, and they're withdrawing their 2020 look. And they're estimating that they have around 587 million in cash. So that should be enough money to get them through this tough time. But it says consumers are turning to Roku now more than ever. As a leading TV streaming platform in the United States, Roku is proud to provide easy access to live news, free movies, and TV, great paid content, helpful programming for individuals and families who are sheltering at home. We've been working closely with advertisers to help update their plans to reflect the new viewing patterns and adjust their overall marketing mix, which has been affected by social distancing. While I expect some marketers to pause or reduce ad investments in the near term, I believe that targeted measurable TV ads and unique sponsorship capabilities that Roku offers are highly beneficial. So we've already seen some of this news baked into the stock price, and basically we're way up from a low of around $56. So for $56 for Roku, that would have allowed you to basically buy the stock very cheap. As you can see here, the last time the stock was that cheap was basically in April of last year. So now where is Roku stock going in the short term? Well, assuming that it has a similar trajectory that Netflix stock took, I expect the stock to go up a lot. I think Roku is still grossly undervalued as a company, and I know a lot of people are looking at those net losses and things like that, but this is still a relatively smaller company. So to give you guys some perspective, Netflix alone has over 160 million subscribers, and Roku only has about 39 million active users. But the thing is that Roku should be able to actually pass Netflix and total number of accounts, because with a Roku, you are streaming everything. So you're doing Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Apple Plus TV, live news, so YouTube. So, when I use my Roku, I use it mainly for watching YouTube, Netflix, and NBA, things like that, NFL and MLB. So the fact that Roku just had more to offer. So the fact that Roku has more to offer in general, whereas Netflix is just one specific thing, I think that the platform that basically allows you to stream everything in one hub should grow faster than Netflix in the long run. Now, obviously, I could be wrong, but that is just what I'm thinking. A lot of people are still holding on to their cable subscription, and with a lot of people furloughed, a lot of people dealing with cash flow issues, that expensive $80, $100 cable bill could easily get cut. And the best thing about Roku is that it's a small investment. All I did was I simply paid $30 for my Roku device. I ordered it on Amazon. It got shipped to my house. I don't really have to pay for anything other than individual subscriptions like Netflix and NBA League Pass and stuff like that. So overall, it's just much more cheaper. And of course, I can watch YouTube on my Roku for free. And there's lots of different free apps like live news and stuff like that. So I think the consumer is going to really realize that on a per value basis, it's probably much better to just use your Roku for mostly than to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on cable. Now, if you like having hundreds and hundreds of channels, then more power to you. But for me, I'm more so focusing on a few channels that I like to watch over and over again. And of course, I like YouTube because it has a lot of awesome free content. I don't have to pay anything for it. So that's my ideas. Where I think a Roku stock, well, like I said, Roku is my biggest holding, and I don't plan on selling this stock for at least a couple of years. I think it has a lot to go. I've basically just been adding to my position as it gets so bigger. But like a lot of people, I was a little scared, and I wasn't really sure what the effect coronavirus. I went and this second dip right here at around the $78 level like that. So now I've got my average cost per share down to around $100. So about like 19-20%, but for me, this is a long-term hold. I think we can just 6 months ago. Okay, so just 6 months ago, Roku stock was trading at $164. So obviously back then, a lot of short sellers were getting squeezed out. But now, just like Netflix has hit new all-time highs based on the whole response to people being sheltered in, I expect streaming hours to be way up. So hopefully the market responds positively to this change and it will reward us. So for me, Roku is still a strong buy. Streaming, this is the decade for streaming. Maybe in 2010 to 2020, a lot of people, with the world changing now, and even in the future, people are going to be kind of wary and being in big crowds. So that means more time, people are going to spend more time at home, and when they're at home, they're going to spend more time in front of their television streaming, guys. So Netflix and Roku, probably two of my favorite stocks in the entire market. I have a good portion of my portfolio in just these two companies because I'm just so bullish on streaming. And it's okay, guys. So that's it for this video. For me, Roku is a strong buy. I think it can test that previous resistance of around $165, $170, and I expect to see massive growth from this whole coronavirus kind of pandemic. Roku is one of the companies that has benefited from this crisis. So if you were bullish about Roku stock, I think you should be even more bullish now because all of those new added accounts, a lot of those people are going to stick with the long run. And me personally, I use my Roku all the time. So I'm also a big proponent of basically putting my money in stuff that I use personally. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. So give me a thumbs up if you like my content. And please subscribe to my channel for more future videos. I'm going to be covering a lot of companies before they report earnings and giving you guys updates on when big things happen with Roku stock, and it's my top holding as well, so I'll definitely keep you guys updated for more information on that. So that's it for now, guys. Take care.